What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today marks the final episode of the Gauntlet series for the Beyerdynamic Free BYRDs. Today, they'll go up against their final contestant, the Bang Olufsen Beoplay EQs. These are, uh, in my opinion, the best, my best earbuds as far as the ones that I own. So this ought to be interesting. So without further ado, let's go. All right, we're back in the final episode. The Beyerdynamic Free BYRDs versus the Bang Olufsen Beoplay EQs. This is this is the uh actual comparison that I've been waiting for. Um, so let's get into it. First off, let's talk price. The Beoplay EQs came out; they were $399. I think you can get them at a lower price, maybe $350 on Amazon. Also, you can purchase these on their Bang& Olufsen website. As far as the Beyerdynamic Free BYRDs, they come in at $249, and you can get these on Amazon. Okay, so let's go ahead and we're going to talk specs. As far as Bluetooth versions, they both support Bluetooth 5.0 or 5.2, excuse me. Of course, and codecs, both of them support SBC, AAC, and aptX adaptive, so we're even across the board there. As far as noise canceling, they both have it. Uh, the the Beoplay EQs, they have what they call an adaptive ANC, whereas the Free BYRDs, they do have the noise canceling, but they also tout their transparency mode. Okay, as far as battery life, the EQs you can get up to 6.5 hours with ANC on, 7.5 hours with ANC off. With the case, you can get up to 20 hours. Uh, they do support quick charge. 20 minutes would get you 2 hours of battery life, uh, which is top of the line as far as quick charge goes. And the case does support wireless charging. As far as the Free BYRDs, you can get up to 11 hours of playback time on the earbuds, with and up to 30 hours with the case. Of course, excuse me, uh, the quick charge is supported on the case. You can get 10 minutes would get you up to 70 minutes of playback time, and of course, the case uh, has wire has wireless charging as well. Uh, I lost my train of thought. I wanted to say something when it came to. Oh yes, when it comes to the 11 hours of playback time on the earbuds, that is contingent on having ANC on or ANC off, or how loud you listen to your music. That that also plays in part of battery life. So moving forward, let me see, what am I missing here? As far as water resistance, the the Free BYRDs are at IPX4, and I believe the Sinhot the the EQs are at IPX4 as well. Let me double check that. I do believe that they are, but I just want to make sure I'm keeping it 100 with you guys. Just want to make sure that it is. Just bear with me just a moment. And let's see. They are. Yep. Just wanted to make sure I'm going through. I don't want to say anything wrong here on the. I'm sorry. Yep. Okay. So I was completely wrong. They're IPX54 uh, water water resistant, whereas the EXs are waterproof. So, but yes, so they do have a water resistance rating, and of course, as far as special features, The EQs do have have multi-point pairing and connecting, whereas excuse me, the Freebirds do not, but they do have a what they call like a handoff type feature where if you have two devices that have been paired to the earbuds, you can switch from one to the other, but you do have to go into the Bluetooth settings and then turn on set the earbuds to active in that second device in order for the switch to happen. But when it does happen, it's smooth, it's quick. Uh, there is next to no wait as far as when you switch over. It's as close to multi-point that you can get without having the actual feature. So hopefully in the future they will do an update for the free birds, which will definitely just open up the multi-point feature for them, and again they would take them to the next level. All right. So with all that being said, and all the specs being touted about, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and pair these up, and we're going to jump into their apps and see what they've got. So stay strapped in. All right, we back in, and I went ahead and jumped the gun. I'm ready to go ahead and dive into the apps. But first things first, let's take a look at the earbuds themselves. Let's get a little comparison going on. We're going to go ahead and pop one of each of these guys out and take a look. All right. Uh, as you can see, almost a similar style. Uh, they both have different ways of getting to the exact same spot. As you can see, let me turn these the right way for the Bang & Olufsen ones. As you can see, the EQs, they have their ergonomics in the back, but they also have the wing towards the front. My thought process on that is a balance thing, so that way they're not uh, more heavy towards the back of the ear, which will cause like ear fatigue and pain when you're dealing with the ear well and the cartilage back there. So they put the instead of having the wing back here, they put the wing in the front um, to counter the weight of the earbud being in the back, because this is a pretty big earbud, to be honest. Um, but it's not heavy. It's one of the all of them are light, but this is the heavier of all of them. But even despite that fact, I don't get air fatigue with them. Uh, that's based on their design. So, uh, very again another elegant uh, form factor, very clean looking. I this is like I said, it's one of the best, and of course you got the big touchpad here, uh, where you really cannot mistake uh, tapping it to get a function going on and everything. So a very clean app, a very clean earbud there. Um, I like it very much, in its uniqueness as far as weight distribution when it comes to wearing them. All right, so if we move over to the Freebird earbud, again, this one has a two-tier, what I would call a two-tier type of setup. The bottom tier here goes around. This is in the ear. This is in your ear well. It's very ergonomic, as you can tell, real rounded, so it'll fit right in there, right in your ear well perfectly. The top tier version protrudes out just a little bit from the ear, but then of course you have your touchpad strip here. You got your LED up front, then you got your touchpad strip right here where you really cannot miss tapping on that. Um, get you know getting I love it how it tapped, and then the LED follows it for any type of functionality. Again, another elegant look, a very nice look earbud. They really paid attention to detail on this one, as they did with the EQ earbud. Um, just a clean look. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and pop these two in, and we're gonna pop a couple pictures, and we're gonna take a look at how they sit in the air individually. All right, I got them both in, twist and locked. grab the phone here. We're gonna take a couple pictures. All right. Okay. First up, we're gonna take a look at the Beoplay EQs. You can see how it curves around, takes up the whole ear canal or ear well. Again, as you can see, the fin up front playing as a counterbalance, so it's an even feel. I feel no pressure on my left ear. In my left ear with the earbud, it's even despite the size, it's still very light. Um, I open my mouth wide; they don't budge. It's just a great feeling earbud there. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the Freebirds. All right, we got it here. As you can see, again, it goes into the ear well. Doesn't quite fill it up, but it does contour nicely inside there with that ergonomic lower half. Uh, of course, again, they're very comfortable, nice and light, very even feeling. I don't, like I said, I do not feel uh, any pressure inside the ear canal. It is just a really good feeling earbuds, both of them, and it just they just feel really good in the ear either way. And like I said, I can open my mouth wide because usually that when you do that, earbuds move, but these guys aren't moving. So what we're going to do then now, what we're going to do is we're going to get them paired up and then dive into their app. So stay strapped in. All right, we're strapped in, and as you can see, we've got the Beoplay EQs all paired up. So let's go ahead and dive into their app. Let's see what we got. See, we got them here. We got them here. We got them here. All right, let's go ahead and get in. All right, we'll go with the EX this time. What do you mean not reachable? There we go. All right, so now we got the picture of the case, the earbuds, and we got the battery power for all three. Looks like my left is a little low. Okay, so moving down, you got your surroundings or your sound. Uh, so basically, we have noise canceling, transparency, and neutral. Of course, we've seen this with the EX, and of course, you've got the level meter that you can slide all the way down to 1, all the way up to 3, and of course, you have your noise canceling, your adaptive noise canceling trigger here, where you could turn that on, and of course, it will adapt your noise canceling depending on your location. All right, and then of course, you got transparency. When you have in transparency mode, you still have the slider where you can slide the strength of how much transparency, how much ambient noise you want to come through, and you can go ahead and dial that back from 1 to 3. Then of course you got neutral, which then just turns off all things. You got like a neutral type of noise, or I wouldn't say a passive and passive or anything like that, but it basically turns off noise and ANC. So we're going to go ahead and put that back on. All right, and of course you got your listening modes. Okay, you have 5 presets, and then I think you can get up to 3 custom presets that you can choose from. Right now, this is the ones I have currently able to show on my page, on my main page here. But if you hit the 3 dashes there, it will take you into your listening modes, and you can switch them out. You see, you got podcast, and then you have commute. Let me get that. If it won't let me, there we go. Come on, commute. Hmm, hmm. Interesting. It won't let me do it this time. Let me go back in here. There we go. All right. So now you can move that up. Like I say, you only have 5 on the front page at a time. Of course, the only one that cannot be changed is optimal. That one will always be at the top of the list, no matter what. So we're gonna go ahead and put test up there. I want podcast. All right, so now we have those 5 presets up there. Then of course you have your equalizer here. So you tap on the equalizer. Basically, right now it's set to sport. So that's where sport is. It's like right in between, right in there between the bass and warm. It's in that setting there. Let me see if you can get that in focus so you guys can see it. There it is. All right, so if you go back and you hit my preset, tap on it again. That's where I'm at as far as my preset. All right, I'm right down here where heavy high bass and I'm on the warm side of that. Okay, then we can go into test. And of course, test, there is nothing. It's in the center, so there is no EQ, EQ support whatsoever on the earbuds. All right. So moving on, you got call settings. You have own voice, neutral, and noise canceling. Own voice basically is when you're on a phone call, your voice is moved up. Is actually put it this way: background noise is pushed back so that way your voice is coming through much clearer than if it was, say, for instance, in neutral, where uh, all the sound is out at the same, like almost like a is at the same level or anything like that, depending on where you are. And then of course you have noise canceling, which basically kills all the background noise. But I like own voice because your voice is projected higher and you become more clear. And of course, with own voice and noise canceling, you do have the slider here that you can turn up and turn down the strength. All right. So if we keep going, you got your standby mode. Basically, if you have the earbuds, like I have this one sitting here, if it's been sitting here for 15 minutes, it will turn off to save battery life. And of course, these have an in-ear sensor. So once you put these guys back in and tap the touchpad, they will wake up, reconnect, and then you can keep it moving. All right. So, and of course, like with the EX video, you see the play and skip track version, your audio controls. These are these will go with you throughout being in the app, which I think is fantastic if you're listening to anything while you're on the app. Okay, so moving on, you got the multi room. Now this is for other products like home entertainment systems like the sound bars, speakers, and everything like that. You can operate them from here, from this portion of the app, as far as which ones you want on, the volume levels, and so on and so forth. You'll be able to operate them within the multi-room version. All right. Moving on, you've got your music. This is Dizzler. This is Deezer. Excuse me. It's an audio. It's a audio app, streaming app for music. Gives you up to 73 million tracks. You can go ahead and sign in. You can do a free trial, try it for free. And then, of course, you can create an account, sign in, and you can stream music directly through the app. All right. And then, of course, if you hit up here to gear, you can also log into other streaming audio services, DLNA and Spotify. And then, of course, you got customization if you're in all of those. And then you can go ahead and set it up however you want. Okay. Let me back out of there. All right. So going on to the next one, you have your radio stations. Basically, it will give you any. You can search any type of radio station you want. Right out of the box, it'll give you all your local channels that you can tune into on BNO Radio as well as TuneIn. TuneIn will give you AM and FM channels, where um, BNO Radio will give you the most popular ones in your area. And if you want to look for something outside your area, you can go ahead and search it here on the search bar there, and they will bring that up. Okay, and that is just about. Oh, one more thing. If you see up here in the upper right, you got the 3 dashes. Tap on that. You go in here. You got your Bluetooth pairing option here. You got product settings. Let's go here to product settings. Okay, if you replace the case, you can repair it to the device, to your app here. You can change the name of your earbuds here. Of course, software is for software updates. Tap on that. It'll tell you if you're up to date. If not, they'll say updates are available. You can go ahead and run that. Then, of course, you got the product color. And then, of course, about. And then down here at the bottom, if you want to remove this device from the app, you can go ahead and select that. And it will remove the device from the app. Okay. And that's like if you lose a pair or something like that, or they die and you have to get something else, you want to get them out of there. So you'll go ahead and do that. Okay. So with that being said, that is the walkthrough for of the Bang Olufsen app for the Beoplay EQs. We'll go ahead and get these swapped out, and we'll check out the app for the Beyerdynamic Free BYRDs. Okay, so stay strapped in. All right, we're back in. As you can see, I got the Free BYRDs all paired up. So let's go ahead and jump into their app. So I don't have it connected. So let's go ahead and get into it. All right, we're in. Okay, so now as you can see, we've got the battery strength of both earbuds at the top, and we got a picture of the earbuds, and we have the disconnect headphones option. All right, moving down, you got your ANC modes. Right now, I have it set to transparency so I can hear myself talk, so it doesn't sound like I'm yelling. Um, of course, you got ANC on and then ANC off up there also. Their noise canceling is pretty good on this earbuds. Okay, moving on, you got low latency mode. I have it turned off because I'm just going to have it for listening to audio. But if you're gaming on your phone or tablet or wherever you're using the earbuds at, and you want that gaming mode, you can go ahead and select that. It will turn into a low latency uh, mode for you. That way, there is less less time delay between whatever audio is coming out of the game and the earbuds. Okay. Of course, you have your sound profile. If you go in, all right, we have mine set to way up. Let's go into settings. Basically, what you would do is you would take a test, uh, and based on the results of your hearing test, they'll create up a sound profile for you. This is my profile as it's set up right now. So what we're going to do, you can go ahead and if you scroll down, you can personalize. And then, of course, it's the hearing ID test. I took it back in May, last one. And of course, you can go ahead and test again if you want. Manage your account, but right now we're going to turn that off because we don't want that to have anything to do with the audio when we do the sound test later. All right, so moving on, you got. Let me turn that off. Oh, sorry, I got confused. All right, moving on. Under configuration, you can get your personal assistant. I have it set for default. Right now, default basically will defer to whatever your personal assistant is on your phone. If it's Siri for Apple, Bixby for Samsung, Google Assistant for Samsung, and any other Android app, you can go ahead and hit default. But if you have Alexa, then you can go ahead and select that, or you can hit disable and not have to worry about it at all. Okay, moving on. You've got your voice prompts. I have mine set for English. Right now, that's only English and German. Hopefully, with some updates, they'll add more countries, more languages. That way, you have a wider variety. All right. Equalizer. We tap on that. Right now, it's at original, which means there is no enhancing of any type of audio on here. But you do have presets. You do not have a graphic equalizer. Where you can fine tune, but you do have this list of excuse me, list of presets going from original, bass boost, warm, smooth treble, V shape, speech, and brilliance. Of course, they have their own different signatures or different settings. I would keep it at original right now because of the upcoming sound test. Um, with the Beoplay EQs. All right, so with that being said, as you can see, let's go back out there. All right, of course, you got factory reset. So if you hit start, you can go ahead and factory reset the earbuds. Then, of course, you got your information about the earbuds here, and of course, your statistics for each earbud. All right. Now, if you notice, we're down in the middle here at the bottom. So we're going to go to the far left, and this is where the information they'll take you there, where you can go out to their website. You can shop there. You can go and check them out on Facebook. You can contact customer service. You can actually access their knowledge database to see if you have a frequently asked question that has been already resolved. Or if not, you can, I believe you can go ahead and post your question out there, and they'll go ahead and resolve it. Of course, you got your privacy policy, and then the imprint. Okay, and now what we know, we're gonna slide all the way over to the far right. This is where your touch controls go. This is, all right. So basically, it'll tell you what to do with the right and left earbud. So I guess the single circle is single press. Just a solid O circle is tap and hold, uh, and so on and so forth. You can go ahead and get the app, and then go over here, and you can see exactly what taps equal to what when it comes to these earbuds. So I had to pull this up the other day for these ones because I got confused as to the I think it was noise canceling and stuff like that. So I had to quickly jump in and find out and remember. But after with muscle memory, you will get the hang of it. Okay, and that is, let me make sure I'm not forgetting. Nope, I'm not forgetting anything. That is the brief walkthrough of the make it your own uh, app for the Beyerdynamic Free BYRDs. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get the mic test going, and then we're gonna spin into the sound test. So stay strapped in.
This is a mic test with the Beoplay EQs in a semi-quiet location. This is a mic test with the Beoplay EQs in a semi-quiet location. This is a mic test with the Beoplay EQs in a crowded location. This is a mic test with the Beoplay EQs in a crowded location. This is a mic test with the Beyerdynamic Free BYRDs in a semi-quiet location. This is a mic test with the Beyerdynamic Free BYRDs in a semi-quiet location. This is a mic test with the Beyerdynamic Free BYRDs in a crowded location. This is a mic test with the Beyerdynamic Free BYRDs in a crowded location.
All right, we're back in. We've got the Beoplay EQs already paired up. So let's go ahead and jump into some music. All right. What we're gonna do? Um, yeah, let's do some Lenny. I know everybody, why are you always using Lenny Kravitz, but just the overall instrumental play involved in this song, and it's just a great song to sample with. So let's go ahead and all right, let me back up. We're gonna go ahead and get this in. All right, we're in. We're at 100%. So let's go. Again, very gets good loud sound. And again, that sound separation is fantastic. Man, these things sound great. Great balanced sound, crystal clear vocals. Sound separation. Man, I'm hearing I'm hearing guitar on this side and on this side. It's the separation is fantastic. Okay. Now, full disclosure, when I used to talk about spatial audio, I had to look it up. This was before I started my channel, and just to get an idea of what they were referring to when they said that. And now that I understand it after reading about it and then listening to it, I get it. And man, these things are fantastic when it comes to spatial audio. Like I said, I was hearing uh, a background guitarist on this side, and I heard his guitar on the right. And of course, you got the kick drum and the guitar, or not the good, but the drums in the back, all balanced and everything's right up front. It just sounds like you're right in front of the stage, and you're right there, and he's they're making music. It's a fantastic sounding earbud. These things, there's a reason why these guys are number one on my list. All right, so let's go ahead and all right, we're gonna go in the hood. All right, Rough Riders, the hood. Let's say max volume. Let's go. Okay, the bass is kick is hitting. I love the synthesizer separation, and the vocals are still clear, crystal. Man, these things are thumping. Okay, those were actually hitting. That was a nice punchy bass. Um, just just a great overall sound. Like these things are fantastic. All right, we're gonna do a quick extra song. We're gonna do Run's House. We're gonna do the same thing for the Freebirds as well. I just I just want to hear this 808 drop. Here, Run's House. Let's go. Man, that thing. It moves. It moves. Man. Oh, it's just fantastic. I love it. Hit and slide right over from left to right. I love it. And then you can still hear the just okay. It's just fantastic. I love it. You know when you got great quality sound out of earbuds when it's giving you the characteristics of the bass. When it hits that 808 hits it hits hard and it moves from right to left or from left to right if you're listening to it. It's just it just takes me back in the day when I was growing up. And then of course you hear you can still hear that. You can pull that out of the song while you're listening to it. Even, despite the bass, despite the vocals, everything, you still hear the. Oh, it's just fantastic. You know you're dealing with top tier audio when you hear that. So what we're gonna do, we'll go ahead and get these switched out, and we're gonna get the Freebirds in and give them a run. So stay strapped in. All right, we're back in, and as you can see, we've got the Freebirds paired up. So let me put these guys in right now. I have them in. Whoops. me go ahead and get these guys into uh, noise canceling just to keep it fair. All right, there we go. We're in ANC. All right, so now let's go ahead and get into the music. First up is Lenny Kravitz. We'll deal with the Hawk later. Let's see. All right, here we go. We are at max volume. Okay. Overall volume, they're matching the Bang Olufsen. It may be a tick louder. Okay. Another crystal clear, very crisp. Very nice. Sound separation is great. All instrumental separation is great. Spatial audio, absolutely fantastic. Okay, just a great audio from these earbuds in this genre. Very clear, um, balanced sound. Vocals are crystal clear. They may get just a tick louder than the EQs, but that it, just a great sound. This is another. This is gonna be another tough one. All right, so let's go in the hood. Let's go. Okay. Now with this one, it seems like the vocals are a little higher, and that could be because of the volume. But the bass hits, but it doesn't hit like it does on the EQ. Again, the vocals are clear. I can hear every word. No muddy sound whatsoever. The synthesizer separation with the bass is great. Yeah, it's just like it gets loud. They're a little louder than the EQs, but in that song, the vocal the vocals suffer just a little bit. They sound a little bit too tinny. Um, uh, I hope I'm hoping you guys understand when I say that we're too tinny. In that song, now in the Lenny Kravitz song, they were okay. You know, even though it got a little louder, it was okay. But in this song, it was a little too tinny. The bass, it hit, but it didn't grab you. It wasn't warm. It just hit and got out the way. All right, so let's let's go ahead and get into our bonus track. Run's House. Again, we're at max volume, so let's go. See, again, it hits and gets out the way. It you have to listen real careful for the slide over for the, but it hits and gets out the way. Vocals are good, clean, clear, very very good. I'm sorry for the dead air there, but I was trying to focus on when the 808 bass hit, because with with the Bang Olufsens, and also uh in the previous video with the Sennheisers, you got that detail where when that bass hit, it hit and it hit the left, moved to the right. You felt it. You felt it go from ear to ear, and then it went away. It didn't like hit and then leave. So that's the thing with the bass, and I've discovered with these is that the bass hits, but then it dissipates. It hits and gone. Um, Other than that, it's a great sound. Like I said, they get maybe a tick or a tick louder than the EQs, but other than that, it's a very good sound. Very good sound from both of these. I'm gonna get this cleaned up and I'm gonna come back with my final thoughts. So stay strapped in. All right, we are back in with my final thoughts on the final chapter of the Gauntlet series for the Beyerdynamic Free BYRDs as they go up against the Bang Olufsen Beoplay EQs. And I have to say, this it was worth the wait for me. I don't know about you guys, but this was fun. Um, Again, we're not going to go through the whole spec game. We pretty much even each other out, with the exception of one or two things like uh, water resistance and multi-point functionality, where that will go to the EQ, whereas battery life would go to the Freebirds, and price rather. Battery life and price will go to the Freebird. So we're not even going to venture into that right now. We're going to come back and we're going to say the sound of these two. All right. Again, had these guys the last time, and it was a great battle then. It's a great battle now. Uh, the Beoplay EQs, great balanced sound on all fronts. All the the test tracks, and the attention to detail when it came to the bass when runs house, how it moved from left to right. Got it, and the Sennheisers did the exact same thing, but it's like you get that type of normally you get that type of detail when you have over the ear headphones. To get it in earbuds is phenomenal. So you know you're dealing with top tier audio when they got that level of detail in them. Um, you got clear vocals, very clear, very clean, no muddy sound in there. The instrumental separation was fantastic. You got the spatial when it came to the Lenny Kravitz song. You got a wide open sound stage, so you got that spatial audio, so you felt like you were uh, at least in this like in this like on stage, like he's on stage in front of you, and they're playing, and you're hearing music from this side and that side, and you're getting that type of experience. Um, as far as the like I said again with the bass, it hit and grabbed you. It didn't dissipate. It didn't disappear. It didn't hit and leave when when you're listening to them. So that top tier audio when you're talking about the Bang& Olufsen EQs. Let's get that clear. All right, so if we looking at the Freebirds, great sound. They got just a tick or two louder than the EQs. And they sound great with the in the Lenny Kravitz song. Balanced sound, crystal clear vocals. There was nothing I couldn't find anything wrong there. I guess they pretty much level evened up or matched the EQs when it came to that song. But they just got just a little bit louder overall. Now, when we went to into the hood, song by Rough Riders, you could tell where the vocals got a little bit more tinny. Um, and you, of course, the bass, it did hit, but it hit and left. It did like quickly. It didn't linger around. It just hit and gone. which is, I mean, you still got it. It's still thumped in your ear and it still sound good, but it just hit and disappeared on you, and then it come back and just, it was just thing. I'm nitpicking at, if I feel like I'm nitpicking on that, but that's something that some bass heads like to know. But it overall a great sound. As we went into Run's house again, it did the same thing. The 808 drop, and it didn't, like we it didn't have the detail in it where it moved from one side to the next side, to the other side rather. It just hit, and then if it was traveling from one side to the other, it like dissipated and then disappeared by the time it got to the right. And it was a missed thing there, but I think overall it's a great sound. Like I said, I was nitpicking on that because I found it in this one. I was hoping to, in the EQs, and I was hoping that they would have it in the Freebirds, but uh Bang Olufsen, that's next level music detail. That the Sennheisers as well, that's next level detail when it comes to audio. All right, so to the nitty gritty, which one would I pick? Uh, Out of these two, it was a close battle. It was fun. Um, I would definitely have to go with the Beoplay EQs on this one. Just like I said, a great next tier, top tier audio coming from these guys with the attention to detail. Um, I'll definitely have to go with the balanced sound. Like, and these things are killer. I mean, man, these are just killer earbuds, man. I just love what they did here. Um, that's I love what they did here, which leaves me just as disappointed in the EXs, but the potential is there with them. But I digress on that. That's a rant for another day. But I would definitely have to, if I had to choose between the two, I would definitely have to go with the EQs. Nothing, this says nothing bad about the Beyerdynamic Freebirds. This is definitely easily could be one of my top five earbuds. To be completely honest, top five, if not if not top three, definitely top five earbud. I don't even see why these wouldn't be my top three, in my top three, because these are fantastic earbuds. Um, they just they ran into juggernauts at the end. That's it. This is Beyerdynamics' first attempt at earbuds, and they really hit it out the park. This time, next time they'll come back, I'm sure, with a little bit more fine tuning, and then these guys may may take my top spot. They definitely made a fan out of me when it comes to the earbuds. So, with that being said, this has been the conclusion of the Gauntlet series for the Beyerdynamic Freebirds. If you like what you saw, go ahead and hit the like button. If you want to join the squad and see what else, and join us in this journey, and see what else we got coming down the pipe, just go ahead and hit the subscribe button, then hit the notification bell. That way you're notified when I drop new videos. I got a lot more coming up. Um, what as far as videos go, I still got a Gauntlet series to run with the Google Pixel Buds Pro. I got a special subscriber video I'm going to release. So I got a lot happening. So I just come on in, subscribe, and sit back and enjoy. Again, thanks for coming out to see me. You can also follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Ron on Tech. I like to see you guys out there. I drop notifications on when videos are coming on both of those channels, so that way, within 24 hours of the video being dropped, that way you will know and be ready to look for it. So again, thanks for coming out, and I'll check you on the next one. Peace.